Welcome back everyone. We're in the Giants editor today working on the Jules Peaceful Valley map. As you can see, I'm at the farmhouse that I put in here with the working doors and all these garage doors and everything. And we're going to just start adding some things to the map. We're taking a break from the roads for just a little bit. We got a little bit more roads, but we're pretty much close to the end. We're not quite there yet, but I don't want to keep posting road videos. So to give you a break, I'm going to go ahead and export and import some objects. And today we're going to import uh, an air conditioning unit because we don't have one here. And basically what you want to do, and by the way, I'm Jewel if you haven't watched the channel before, but we're going to click on the File Explorer. You're going to go to Documents, My Games, and in my case, my map's a Farming Simulator 19 map, but you can do this under 22. Of course, some things changed in 22, so you may have to look over it, but it should all be the same for the basics. But we're going to work on 19, so we'll go to 19, then Mods. And in my case, I opened double click Jules Peaceful Valley. All that was double clicks. Double click Maps. You would come to the map US and you would double click it, and then it would be 8.2.2. Then click OK. That's for 19. If you're doing Farming Simulator 22, as you can see, I've had to update, and the newest one is 9.0.3, the Giants editor for Farming Simulator 22. So we're going to pick the 8.2.2, and that's for that, and you would click OK. I already have it open, so I don't have to do that. Now, if you go to Documents, now your map may be somewhere else, and you can open your map from wherever it's at, but I suggest if you're actually working on your map for the game, like to test in and out of the game, to put it in the Documents, My Games, Mods, and all that. So that's where my other map is. So I'm going to double click Documents, My Games, Farm Sim 19, Mods, and then the map I was getting stuff off of is this one here, which was one that I made just for certain things, testing things and doing stuff. So I'm going to double click it, double click Maps, double click Map US, and then you would click on the one that suits, and that would be this one, 8.2.2 for 19. Click OK, but I don't have to, I already opened it. So as you can see, this is the one for the other one, the water original test one, and then you can see I already highlighted the one I want, which is the air conditioning unit. So now what you could do is you could just take the whole house right there like that, or you could just take the air conditioning. In this particular case, I guess I'm just going to take the air conditioning unit, but I am going to be coming back later to get other houses, and this will be one of them. So what we're going to do is, the first thing you need to do is be able to click on it. Now if you click on this one, if I was to click on that house, it would highlight that whole house and everything. So you have to be very particular and go in close to the object and then click on it to try to get it separate. But really what you need to do is open it. So I'm going to show you. So click on the house. As you can see, it highlights the whole thing. Then you're like, it won't let me click it. Sometimes even if you go in close, it just won't let you. So what you have to do is come over here to the scene graph. Since the house is highlighted here, you click on this little plus, it'll open it, and then you see the attachments. That's where that's going to be at, and then you just find it in the attachments, which is air condition ground 02. So I'm going to click on that, and if you click on this, you open it and it shows you the rest of the stuff. You're obviously going to take all that with you. So I'm going to go ahead and close that because we don't need it to be open. And we're going to click, make sure it's highlighted. What I would do then is come over here to the attributes box and highlight this name, and then right click on it, click copy so you get the name, and then you're going to, while this is highlighted still, you're going to go up to File, click File, Export, Selection, with files. You need the one with the files. Click it, and then you're going to go back to your map. So you're going to go wherever your map is, which preferably you've put it in the mods folder. So mine's in the mods folder. So documents, my games, double click, FS19, double click, mods, double click, Jules Peaceful Valley, double click, maps, double click, and in this case this is going to be under objects. Now you could put it under some other folder if you had something specific for all those little pieces, but that's the easiest thing for these sorts of all these little doodads. But if it was a house, you could put it under the house folder. If it's a building, put it under there, and so on. So in this case it would be the objects folder, so I'm going to double click to open it, and as you can see I already have some stuff in there. And what you're going to do is you're not going to click on any of that because you're putting it in there and you don't need anything clicked yet. You're going to click on the file name box, you're going to right click on it, then you're going to paste that name there. So now when you click save, you're putting this name and this that you just exported from this map into an i3D file in your map in the objects folder. So I'm going to click save. Make sure it says i3D on the save as type. Click save. I'm going to click yes, I want the parent directory structure, and yes, I want the relative paths. Now in some instances you could change that to no, whichever, but you know, you got to learn a little more just to understand that better, but in this case that's what I'm doing. So now that we have that done, we don't have to worry with this. We can leave it there, come down here, highlight the this emblem of the Giants editor, and then go to the map you're working on, and then you're going to come in here, and I'm not going to click on it, but as you know, the house, if you click on that, you're never going to get to the tree. Then you got to scroll in close and make sure you click on just the tree on this porch, just so that I can get it to open in this section. That's the whole point of doing that. Like pick an object that's in the group of the farmhouse, and see, here's the farmhouse up here in the top left on the scene graph, and then you have all the things that's within that, and you want this to go in that because it's going to this house. So I'm going to put it in that folder, or in that transform group, so to speak, under the furniture, even though it's technically, yeah, I guess you could call it furniture if you want. So once you do that, you pick it out, you see furniture, you can click on the furniture area when you need to. So we'll click on it and it shows all the furniture. So for now we need to click on File, Import, and it's popping us back up to where we were because that's where we put the last object or the last i3D file. But if it doesn't pop you up to here, you need to go back to it. But if it does, just click on the object that you chose, air conditioning ground 2, and then click open. If it doesn't take you there, click on Documents, My Games, FS19, Mods, and the map, which in my case is Jules Peaceful Valley, Maps, Objects, and then you go find it in the list, and that's up at the top. So then you would click on it to put it in this, and then click open. It's going to put it at the bottom of this list, and obviously we wanted it up there, so now we're going to have a kind of a pain finding this. So we're going to come up here while that's highlighted and click edit, cut. Now we need to roll up the list back to where the furniture was, and hopefully, yep, that's the one. Click on that. Then you're going to come up here and click edit, paste. It's going to paste it at the bottom of that list in the furniture group, and you should be good. Or you could actually put it in the outdoor group, actually, instead of the furniture one. Maybe I should cut it again. I'm gonna cut it again. So it's already highlighted. Hit edit, cut. I'm gonna put it in the outdoor one right here. Probably be the best one to put it in. Then click edit, paste. That probably is better. Now it's already putting it up against the house there, which isn't a bad spot. It just is not quite where it needs to be. So just slide it over. And in this case, I'm going to have to move this which is going to be a pain, it looks like. So try to get up there close to it. Now I'm going to roll up in the scene graph, make sure I get the whole wheelbarrow. See, I had to get the whole group, parent and child. And now I'm going to hit Control B. Well, actually I'm not. I'm just going to, well, it's not highlighting, so I'm going to have to do that. Uh-oh. Did they take it away? Okay. For some reason they're not highlighting it. I don't know. Control B and then click it where you want it. And I'm just moving it out of the way just so I can go ahead and get this air conditioner in place. So now they're not wanting to highlight that. So what you got to do, okay, there you go. Move in close if it don't work and make sure the whole thing's highlighted. And now we can move it into place where we want it. Do we want it closer, in the middle? What do we want? Let me see. I guess we could put it kind of in the middle and just roll up, make sure that it's up against the wall correctly. Sometimes it's hard to get where you want to look at it, and move it in till it just touches, and that should be good. Yeah, and it looks fine, and it should be low enough, I think. Let's just have a look. We could tuck it under just barely, but alright, that should be good. So now that's done and it's in there and you're all set. And when you do that, after you finish whatever it is, make sure you hit save. And then let it save. Wait till it disappears from the what it looks like there. And if it buffers, leave it alone and let it do its thing. So now we need to move this wheelbarrow again. So figure out a new spot for it. How about we stick it over here by the side, by the edge of this. Hit Control B, click where you want it, click again to finalize it. You can turn it or whatever you want to do. We could put it straight, however we want. And we could leave it just like that or whatever. And we're all good there. Make sure you save it again. And I should have put all these other objects that I brought in, such as this, inside that folder. That transform group as well, but I'm not going to do it on this episode. But basically I would pick the outdoor after I clicked on the object I chose, and then I would just stick it right on in there wherever. We could actually do this one. Go ahead and click on it, click cut, and then roll up to the right spot. On the outdoor part, click on it, edit, paste. And then it puts it in there, but you still need to move it now because you've moved it. So now we need to, while it's highlighted, Control B, click where you want it. And then you're going to have to roll back in, and in this case fight with it to move it down again, because this one was a little weird the way they set it up. And up, roll around, check it, see if everything's touching the ground. Looks like it pretty good, I guess. Kind of hard to see. Let's go a little further and see. Alright, so it's all touching the ground nicely, and we're good on that. We're satisfied it's good enough spot. And then you're going to hit save. But that's pretty much it. Try to put them in a folder. I should have been putting the other things in a folder, so I may have a little issue. I'm going to have to try to sort some of that out and clean up this scene graph. So try to start with a main folder for whatever you're doing. If it's roads, put a main folder. I didn't do that. And if it's buildings, put a main folder. If it's houses, put a main folder, so that you have something to collapse down to not have a big mess over here in this scene graph. So as you can see, it holds a lot. So, but anyway, I just wanted to do a little quick video, something different, basically getting us something good going. But we're gonna start doing other things soon. I'm gonna try to finish up the roads. I might do some of the roads off screen, which I have done a little bit, and try to get it all organized to get us ready to really start working on the map, doing some other things, and hopefully you enjoyed. Try to keep it simple and short, and I appreciate all the new subscribers. I'm still having the Wi-Fi trouble, but like I say, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to try to be getting my box set up, and hopefully that fixes the problem. So I appreciate everybody. Appreciate all the new subscribers. Hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It's free to do so. Check out the playlist of all the different tutorials I have about map making and things, and any other game I play. I play simulator games, ranch simulator, farming simulator, trader life simulator, uh, demos, different games. So just check it out. Appreciate everybody. Almost at 200 subscribers, and that's just really nice and wonderful, and I do appreciate everyone who has supported. So thank you. Hope to see you again on the next episode, and I'm going to call this episode for now. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.